counterpart is meant to trigger you. Not in a cruel way, not in like a negative fashion, but they are meant to show you where the holes are and fill it back up with love so that you can fill yourself back up with love. Now let's talk about that for a minute, because I feel like people get the wrong idea. You and your counterpart are teachers to each other. That's what you're here for. That's what you're meant for. That's what this divine love is. You are here to help each other grow and learn and expand in the energy of love. The highest energy there is love, in that energy of love and unconditional love. But throughout time on this planet, we have been so accustomed to just low vibrations, dense energy, love with conditions, relationship templates that were based on codependencies or attachments or whatever it was, whatever the wounding was, whatever the patterns were. It kept us really trapped in a system within ourselves that we didn't truly understand how to break free from. And divine counterparts, twin flames, sacred partners, whatever it is that you want to label it, you are here to understand what it is that unconditional love truly is. You are love in its highest form, in its highest light, because these divine counterparts, it's a relationship with God. It's a reflection of God's love. You are a reflection of God. And what you really come to understand on this journey is that they reminded me of how in A Course in Miracles, it's known as a holy relationship. And I mean, take that as it resonates for you. I only read a little bit of Course in Miracles way back when I started my ascension journey, but that really struck a chord, that holy relationship, because it is a relationship with God. You connect closer and closer to yourself. You connect closer and closer to God, and that is what brings you closer and closer to your sacred partnership. Because it's all one and the same, early on in my channeling, they had showed me the Three of Pentacles as this Trinity energy with God at the apex, and then there was you and your twin flame. And then they showed it to me, well, it's not, we needed you to understand that, but that's not exactly quite right. What it is because they were showing it to me with the cards, they were saying it's this, this, and this, but they said that's still creating a separation, as you can see. So they said it's more like this, but it's a merged energy, it's a blended energy. And then to further explain that, they brought it forth as a Three of Cups. It was this very specific card, and I think I can bring it up quickly here. It was the one cup pouring into the other two. And they said, this is what it's like. It's God's love that pours into you both. And from there, you are able to love one another. And that love then ripples out and expands to affect everything and everyone, because we are all connected through that consciousness, through that oneness. We're all connected. We are unique threads in the tapestry of creation. But it's all one tapestry. It's all creation. That's what unity consciousness truly is. And so that's what we are doing here on this planet. Please tell me. I bet you it's going to be like the last card. And Three of Cups, traditionally in tarot, is joy and celebration and love and harmony and all that stuff. I think this is the card. This might be the card. But this is what it was. It was pouring into the one. Okay, so I had it backwards as I was describing it there, which is interesting, because what I just said is the one cup pouring into the two, but this pouring into you and pouring into them as one, but it's actually this. It's you both pouring into the one cup. But this is the God source energy. It's like it's all one. When you have water and water and water, it's like the drop in the ocean. You can't find that one drop, that one specific drop, because it's so blended and merged and one. That one drop of water is what makes up the entire ocean. That is oneness. That is unity. That is God's creation. That is the universe. That is that oneness. That is union. And that's what they showed me. But you can't pour from an empty cup. And that's what we have been doing in the paradigm and the templates of the past, pouring from empty cups and looking to the other to fill us up, looking to the external to heal us and mend us, when it's our connection to ourselves and to God. And our counterparts show us that aspect of ourselves. And sometimes when we are in our unhealed or unconscious states, we're not able to see that light, or that light is too bright. We're not able to claim that for ourselves. We're not able to acknowledge our worth, our value. We see our imperfections. We see our flaws. We see our pain. We see our patterns. We're not able to see our beauty, our love. And that's where we look outside of ourselves, externally, for validation and confirmation. That's why we cling to external factors like finances and materialism, success, in order to benchmark ourselves and gauge our success. But it's all within. It's all within us. Everything that we have is within us. Even our support from the universe. Even guidance and encouragement. So these two counterparts. The divine masculine helps the divine feminine to understand the power of the mind. He teaches her how to control and observe her thoughts without attachment and with freedom. He teaches her how to balance the overflow of her emotions. The divine feminine teaches the divine masculine to see beyond the intellect. She teaches him how to get in touch with and express his emotions. She shows him the strength and power of the heart. The feminine, she really opens the masculine up too. She opens him up to love that he had never experienced before, that he might know love or think that he knows love, but it's a deeper level of love. It's a love of self. It's a love that comes from connecting to oneself, that comes from honoring oneself, and allowing yourself to communicate and express that where you had once been suppressed, especially for male masculines who are not allowed in the society to express their emotions or show their emotions, not allowed to cry, not allowed to be upset. And so they just express that through rage, through anger, through violence. But the more conscious you become and the more you tap into the beauty of the feminine energy, the more you begin to understand that it's a beautiful balance between the masculine and the feminine. That's the divine dance. And there's not one that's more or less than. It is beautiful, equal partnership. It's beautiful. They're showing me twin flames throughout history, just standing side by side. They're showing me the masculine and the feminine. They're showing me, like I was saying, it's like Mary and Jesus, and then Isis and Osiris. And they're showing me, like, back through history, just thousands and thousands and thousands of twin flames in the energetic realms. And what I'm seeing is at the forefront, the apex, is the Creator, is God. Because God is that masculine and feminine energy. That oneness. That is what we are. That is who we are. That is what we are here to embody. That love. Not the false God. Not the egoic God. Not even the religious God that has been so corrupted. But the pure energy of love and creation. The mother and the father that gives birth to creation, that gives birth to this universe, that gives birth to us as souls. In sacred partnership, you are always teachers to each other. Once you understand this, you are able to work together in harmonious connection to each other, to grow and expand beyond any perceived limitation. This is love in union. This is the power of the divine masculine and the divine feminine in sacred partnership. The energies are two parts of the same whole, with each bringing its own strengths to balance the polarities. As twins, you are divine mirrors of each other. And so, once you work through the value and the worth and the insecurities and the fears, you begin to understand that that is the divine dance too. It's like, not only do you learn from each other and grow together without that resistance, but coming together in harmony, in partnership, in love. Once you do that, you begin to see that what one's strength might be another's perceived weakness. But it's not a weakness. It's not a weakness, especially when you're together and when you're supporting each other. You grow to understand yourself, but that's where you balance each other out as well. That's where you help each other to become stronger in those perceived weaknesses. That's what union is. That's what partnership is. That's what helping each other to grow and expand is all about. It's about shifting the perception of what you once experienced or what you once believed and learning and growing and changing. So I said this is first seen in inner union, the wholeness of the self, and then externally in a sacred relationship with another. If you're walking this path with your sacred partner in the physical form, you're experiencing this with each other directly through your journey of growth and expansion. This is sacred love. This is love as a union of souls.